Selling your house is one of the most stressful things you can do, and in today's tricky market, it's got a whole lot harder.
We're on a mission to turn unsellable houses into unstoppable sellers.
I'm going to get the best out of the houses.
While I get the best out of the estate agents.
Together, we're going to show you the tricks of the trade to make an unsellable house sellable. Coming up on today's programme, I reveal to busy parents where they're going wrong. There is a lot of stuff in this room. I'm not sure bedroom is the right place for a potty.
No. And I test the agent on its local knowledge.
And what's the park called?
The park. The name of the park is...
We've come to Forest Gate in East London. The area got its name because it was the southern gate to Epping Forest.
Today's unsellable is a Victorian terraced house. Now, the owners thought they'd have people queuing up around the block to buy this house, but unfortunately, the sale has hit rock bottom. It has 2 bedrooms, open-plan living and dining, and a small garden.
The house went on the market in June 2008 at just under £250,000. But after no offers, it's been reduced to £200,000. They've employed an unusual selling strategy here, using an estate agent on the other side of London. And now they've got so embarrassed by the fact the house hasn't sold, they've taken the for sale board down. No wonder they've failed to hook that elusive buyer.
This sounds like a real challenge, but I am going to reserve my judgment till I get inside and have a look for myself.
And I'm going to have a good scout around the area and then try and talk some sense into the owner and the agent.
Meet Charlene Butler, her husband Granville and their 2 children, Daniel and Saron. They share their home Charlene bought 19 years ago as a single woman.
In the beginning, it was a lovely, large house because I was on my own. Lots of space, lots of room. We had little Saron. Daniel came along and suddenly we've got no space, no room.
You know, as a boy and a girl, so growing up, so I needed separate rooms.
Our bedroom has just become a storage room with just lots and lots of furniture and toys and clothing just crammed into that small area.
Charlene and Granville have another family reason for wanting a bigger home.
Both our parents live in the Caribbean and, oh gosh, I would love for, like, both mum and dad to come at the same time, travel at the same time, come to the house at the same time, but it's not the type of environment that you'd like to put them in, especially when they've got this large house and there's room for everyone. When we go to Jamaica, then it's like, oh, mum and dad, you come over, but you have to sleep on the settee. No, I don't think that would work.
When the house first went on the market, there was considerable interest, although no offers. Now, the viewings have all but tailed off.
I kind of feel a little disheartened about selling the property because, you know, whereas before we had lots of viewings, we hardly get anyone coming through now.
The good news is that Charlene chose her agent on the strength of a personal recommendation. The bad news is that he isn't local or even close by. In fact, he's based in South London. She doesn't see the distance as a problem.
I believe that the internet is the selling tool today. So, hey, I don't think it really matters whether the estate agent's on your doorstep or not.
So there's no local estate agent's window showing Charlene's home. She then made another mistake, to my mind.
I had a for sale board outside for a very short time because I didn't really want a board up and I didn't really want people to be looking, oh, your house hasn't been sold yet. I didn't want anybody to ask them sort of questions. And plus I thought, well, serious buyers would look at the website and would contact the estate agents because that's what we did.
With these restrictions, I'm not surprised the house hasn't sold. Yet Charlene and Granville are desperate to move.
We've got plans for our family, but right now it all depends on the sale of this house. We need this house sold.
This family really needs help. Time for me to take a look at the job in hand. Pebble Dash, Oh dear, a sale killing ordinary. Don't know why they've chosen such big furniture. I mean, these 2 hulking great green sofas and this dining room table looks like it should be in a much, much bigger house. This big furniture is cramping the space, And the biggest feature in the room leaves me stone cold. It is such a pity that someone took out the original fireplace, because now you've got the worst of both worlds. You've got a big chimney breast that juts out into your room by about 1/2 metre, but no fire inside it. What's this? Junior Picasso? Someone's drawn on the walls as well. I mean, there's nothing really that wrong with this room, but there's nothing really great about it either. So far, this house is completely underwhelming. Got the kids' room in here. They've made an effort to store away the toys so they're not all over the floor, which is great. But it could do with a bit of freshening up, you know, peeling wallpaper, curtains are quite old. It's not bad, but again, there's nothing that really grabs you about this room. Wow. There is a lot of stuff in this room. You got cupboards and cupboards of clothes. They're like popping open. You've got nappies. You've got a potty. This room screams harassed parents, not something young family buyers want to be reminded of. This place should be a sanctuary, not a transit lounge between tasks. You've got lots of cosmetics, dried flowers, pictures, toys, and a whole computer, desk, printer, chair. I think some of her children might be very artistic because there's scuff marks on the wall and crayon marks. This room needs some real work. There's certainly plenty to think about. There's nothing drastically wrong with this house. The paintwork's tired, the furnishings look old, and the bedroom's a mess. But that is enough in today's market to make this house totally unsellable.
I've plenty of tips for Charlene and Granville to help sell their home. But before I take that up with them and their agent, I need to do my own research on the local area. I know that in London, people will pay a premium for being within easy walking distance of good transport links. And from here, it's just 12 minutes into London's Liverpool Street, as long as the trains are running on time. And that's very good news if, like Charlene, your house is just around the corner. Forest Gate in East London is a vibrant, multicultural community with Premiership football club West Ham on its doorstep. Homes here are mainly Victorian, and the number of refurbished flats in this area is growing all the time. Forest Gate is also set for a boost as neighbouring Stratford will be home to the 2012 Olympics. This area looks like it has plenty going for it, but I want to canvass some local opinion before I talk to the agent. If this house is to sell, we need to make some changes. I have a few home truths for Charlene and Granville. Now, if you came into this room as a new set of eyes, what would you think?
Lovely.
OK, this might be harder than I thought. It's a really big size.
Yeah.
What I would say is your furniture's quite big as well. That dining room table is pretty chunky.
When I was single, I had lots of dinner parties, so, hey, you know, we had a large table.
You should have the dinner parties now, you're both chefs.
It's true, but the kids and the clutter.
And then I see that someone has got a bit artistic on the wall over there.
Yes.
The crayons.
It's our son. He's very artistic.
I'm not sure potential buyers appreciate it. But this is a good-sized room. There's nothing at the moment that really grabs me about it.
Like a wow factor almost, yeah?
Taking the words right out of my mouth.
Okay.
So we need a bit of wow factor. It's more of the same upstairs. So both the kids live in here.
Yes.
It's a nice big room. But, you know, just a bit of a fresh paint job, so it looks, you know, it looks nice and clean and fresh in here. The master bedroom is a whole other story. Now, if you were a buyer and you walked into this room, what would you think?
Well, okay, yeah, it's a bit messy.
What is this room? Bedroom, office, junk room, or heaven forbid, a bathroom? I'm not sure bedroom is the right place for a potty.
No.
I don't think you really need a shredder in your bedroom.
Well, it's, you know, it's close to computer, printer.
I mean, there's so much stuff in here. It's unbelievable. And the curtains, I think they've seen better days as well.
Yeah, they have seen better days. But, you know, it's the kids yanking on them. Blame the kids for everything.
This is a great house. It's just not looking quite at its best at the moment, but we'll be able to sort that out.
Okay.
Leave it to me. If Charlene and Granville want to live in a house big enough to have their parents visit from Jamaica, we've got to get a move on.
I've arranged with Charlene's agent that he'll make the 40-minute drive across town to meet me. But before then, I've some more homework to do.
Now, you can do all the internet research you like, but in my opinion, there is absolutely no substitute for getting out, walking the streets in the area, talking to the local people and finding out what they think. Are people friendly around here?
People are friendly in this area. We got nice, friendly environment here. It's good to have it.
On Christmas, you actually have carol singers walking around, so it's good.
Yeah?
It's a nice family area. We really like the proximity to open space. Once we started having children, I've got a son who's 6 now, found that the local amenities for this age group are excellent.
Of course, the houses around here are absolutely fantastic.
Well, I'm convinced now. Whatever is stopping Charlene's house from selling, it isn't the local area.
This is where the big turnaround starts, and any journey to sellable begins with a good decluttering. And Charlene needs to do plenty of that.
What's all this?
Oh, CDs and...
Peptides, CDs, candles. I think we can put that in there for the time being.
Put it down here at the way.
With the years of accumulated clutter going, it's easier to see the potential of this home. Time for me to give some thought to my design plan.
I think Charlene and Granville have set themselves mission impossible with their undercover approach to selling their home. Capturing a buyer is a lot like dating. You have to dress to impress, and your suitors need to know you're available. If you're a shy wallflower with no local high street presence and no for sale board, is it any wonder you're overlooked? Yes, the housing market is tough, but properties here are still moving. Here are some local homes that were unstoppable when they came to the market. 2-bed Victorian house, 2 reception rooms and a garden. Sold in 3 months for £200,000. 1-bedroom flat, kitchen diner, garden. Sold for £180,000. Semi-detached, 3 bedrooms, large garden. Sold in 5 months for £340,000.
This house is looking for a buyer, so we're saying bye-bye to the shy wallflower. This home needs to stand out from the crowd. I want to turn this house from uninspiring to exciting, and we've got a design plan to do it. For the children's bedroom, we're going to raise its grade from satisfactory to outstanding by freshening up its look. The master bedroom will go from chaotic to calm and composed. We're ditching the office and storeroom functions to create a sanctuary for stressed-out parents. And finally, the living dining room. With the bulky furniture out of the way, we've now got the space to deliver that all-important wow factor. To make this room more inviting, we're painting the walls a warm peach colour. We'll dress the room with less intrusive modern furniture and contemporary accessories that will make this home well worth a second look.
Charlene's got her house on the market with an agent based in a completely different part of London.
And this is one of the reasons why Charlene's chosen to do all the viewings herself. If she wants to sell, I think she really needs to get a local agent who can sell not just her home, but the area to any potential buyers. I'm also aghast she doesn't have a for sale sign.
Viv, the estate agent, has agreed to come up here to meet me, which is good of him because I know it's a fair bit out of his way. I'm intrigued to talk to him and find out what strategy he's been using to try and sell Charlene's house. OK, Viv, well, thanks for coming up to meet me. So talk me through it. How's the marketing and sale of the house going?
We've not managed to get a committed purchasers yet.
Any offers?
We've not had no offers at all, neither.
Right, OK. So 8 months, 11 viewings. You must be disappointed with that.
We'll just keep trying to work hard.
Why didn't you want a for sale board up?
I think part of it was she didn't want the neighbours to know that she was moving and...
Right. Unfortunately, nobody else knows she's moving either.
Of course, and that's really what we want.
So, hand on heart, can you do as good a job as a good local agent?
I think we can.
What is going to sell that house in Forest Gate to me? How would you sell it to me?
Well, it's a lovely Victorian property. It's got large, spacious areas. It's got a lovely garden.
Tell me more about the area. Sell me the area.
OK, the area, we've got a lovely park, which is just walking distance away from the property.
And what's the park called?
The park, The name of the park is...
Now that's something a local agent would know.
It's fairly self-evident that a local agent with a shop window has got an advantage in practical terms. What I think you've really got to do is get in partnership with a local agent.
That's something which, you know, with permission of the vendor, we can always work to do with her if that's what she wishes to do.
Now I think we're getting somewhere.
So, finally, are you happy for me to talk to Charlene, get her to agree to get a board up and try and get her to agree to the joint sole agency deal?
That works. That works. If it keeps the vendor happy, then we're happy.
Brilliant. So we're on to plan B.
OK, then.
All right.
Let's do
Great.
it together.
I think this new strategy will give us a far better chance of a sale.
I can't emphasise enough how important it is to choose a local estate agent. Otherwise, how on earth can they have the in-depth knowledge they need to sell your house, let alone be on hand to conduct viewings? You need somebody who's on the spot and dedicated to selling your property. Believe it or not, a for sale board is a very effective way of marketing your property. When I'm looking to buy, I'll drive around an area, looking at the sale boards and working out what's on offer. So if you're serious about selling your home, tell people about it. You've got to use every marketing tool available. I reckon that as you're paying your agent a lot of money to sell your house, you should let them get on with the job and do the viewings themselves. People are likely to be a lot more honest with an estate agent than with a vendor, and that's good because any agent worth his salt will be able to counter those objections and, hopefully, turn that viewer into a buyer.
When we met Charlene and Granville Butler, their family had outgrown their home. But after 8 months on the market and no offers, their plans were all on hold.
We need this house sold.
The family looked well and truly stuck until the Unsellables arrived. Sophie's stripped out all the clutter to begin giving this home the wow factor.
This tired home is getting a new lease of life, starting with a fresh coat of paint. The living room and dining room is getting warmed up, and we're covering up all the kiddie art. The master bedroom gets a sophisticated new look with a striking wallpaper to deliver a great first impression. We're also giving some function to the living room's biggest feature, the fireplace. With little effort or expense, we're adding a mantelpiece.
I think this oak mantle looks great and it's made much more of a feature of the chimney breast. But the best thing is you can dress it with flowers, picture frames, and it creates a focal point in the room.
There's plenty more to do, but I can really start to see this place coming together.
I think it's time I had a serious conversation with Charlene about her approach.
So, Charlene, I've had a good long talk with your agent, Viv.
OK.
One thing I think you really need to do is you've got to have a board up.
Yeah. Well, I know my estate agent's been trying to press me, all right, to keep it up, but I just don't like the look of a board outside my house.
Bottom line, though, is some agents will say they get up to, 10, even 20% of their first contact from people seeing the boards.
Serious buyers surf the net.
A lot of people do,
Yeah.
not everybody does. People look at areas they like, then they'll look at streets, then they'll cruise the streets looking for boards.
Right.
I mean, trust me, it is a problem not having a board up.
Yeah, well, I suppose we could look into it.
OK.
And I could take your advice and...
OK, you could try it.
And try it.
Viv has got a lot going for him. He's got a lot of energy, a lot of enthusiasm. That a local agent has knowledge about schools, about transport, about amenities that a guy in South East London just can't give you. Viv has agreed to, and he's quite up for the idea of this, he works in tandem with a local agent. The best thing you can do is interview a couple of agents.
All right, we can do that.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Brilliant.
do
Let's
that.
give it a try.
Yeah, we will.
Great! Now that Charlene is on board, I have to get some agents' names that Viv is comfortable with, and she can make a choice.
We've worked our magic here, and there are just a few finishing touches to complete the look. Stained carpets that made the house look tired have been given some fresh appeal. This carpet used to be really, really grubby, so we got some professional cleaners to come in and give it a good spruce. But if you want to save a few bob, you can easily hire a carpet cleaner yourself. Just remember, when it's dry, give it a good hoover and it should look as good as new.
In the children's room, some colourful new pillows add interest to our newly painted room. And keeping an eye on those family buyers, we're adding some kid-friendly stencils.
We stenciled this wall because it's a great way of adding a bit of character and colour to the kids' room, but it's not too garish. But don't go going mad and doing it in the sitting room.
I can't wait to show this to Charlene and Granville.
What are you doing lurking outside?
I'm spying on your work. I have to say, I'm quite impressed. Looks like you've actually been getting some stuff done here.
I don't know why you sound so surprised. You've been working really hard. The upstairs looks like a totally different house. No peeking.
Well, I've been busy with the agent. As you know, we've got an unusual selling strategy here. House in East London employs an estate agent in South London.
It's total madness. I don't understand it.
Insane.
You need a local agent because he knows the area. It's simple. But are you going to get them to see sense?
I think we've finally got them seeing that this isn't really working. I think we're going to make some progress.
Brilliant. Well, I've got to finish up in here, so see you later.
Catch you later.
Just a few days ago, Charlene and Granville's Forest Gate home was unexciting and uninviting. With none of the buyer appeal to make it stand out from the crowd, this home had languished on the market for 8 months. Saron and Daniel's bedroom had seen better days. The decor was a bit tired and in places destroyed. It's now a truly kid-friendly room. What child wouldn't love to spend time here? Go to your room wouldn't be a punishment, but a pleasure. The master bedroom did a number of jobs, and none of them well. It wasn't conducive to a restful night, and not many offices or storerooms, for that matter, have such open toilet facilities. There's no mistaking what this room says now. This is a grown-up sanctuary. Its only role is a calming oasis where parents have their own quality me time. This room is stylish and relaxing, with the wallpaper and new curtains bringing it bang up to date. The living dining room was stuffed full of furniture, but completely lacking in warmth. Daniel's wall art was endearing to his parents and off-putting to buyers. But now the room makes a completely different statement. The warm peach colour creates a cosy atmosphere, while the scaled-down furniture plays up the room's size. No longer forgettable, this room makes an impact. It's time for Charlene and Granville to give their verdict.
So, first thoughts?
Bright.
Not too bright?
Not too bright. Warm. Cosy.
Yeah.
I never thought I could put a plant there. It's nice. It really is. It really is. I would never have thought of that colour.
Yeah.
I would never have thought of that colour. I love the fireplace. Oh, my God.
Thumbs up.
Thumbs up.
Brilliant.
Definitely, yeah.
Do you want to have a look upstairs?
Great. Love to.
Love to. Come on, then.
A great start.
Come on in. Your new bedroom.
Wow. Look good. Nice.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Good.
So, what do you think, Charlene?
I love it.
Love it?
Yes.
Before, it felt really small. Now, look. You can practically do ballroom dancing in here. It's so big.
It is really spacious, and I just love the shelving. It's just relaxing, and
Yeah.
it looks like a bedroom, really.
Do you want to go through to
Can't
the
wait.
kiddies' room?
Okay, so. Oh wow! Oh wow! Wow! Oh wow!
It's cute, isn't it?
Oh yes.
What do you think Saren's going to think?
She's gonna love it.
There we go.
Yeah. Do you like it?
Butterflies, I know, and flowers.
Yeah.
Is it good?
Sit down on the bed.
We're all agreed this house is now officially sellable.
Right now, it's all about the sale. Charlene has already met with a new local agent and got him on board. Now it's down to Viv and the new agent, Pat. Together, they've lined up 3 viewings for today.
All right, if I could just show you the reception area. What we have is, it's quite spacious over here. We've got the fireplace and neutrally painted walls. What do you feel about
I do actually like it. I like the colour. It looks like it's newly painted. It's quite neutral. Nice and bright. I like it. Yeah, good size.
OK, this is the bedroom. Would you like to just come in?
Good size. Yeah. Oh, I like it. Because this place seems a lot bigger than a two-bedroom, you wouldn't think?
Yeah, it does seem a lot bigger.
It's gone well for Viv. How will Pat do?
This obviously will be the second bedroom. Again, very bright, nicely decorated, window to the rear.
Yeah, it's nice and fresh and crisp with a little splash of colour, so it's quite nice and neutral as well. Because I'm actually expecting a baby myself, so
Excellent.
yeah, it's ideal.
Perfect for your little one when it arrives.
Yeah.
My first impressions of the house are actually very good. It's very light and bright.
I think the space, you know, that it's got so much potential. You can put stuff in there and it looks minimal.
First impressions were positive ones.
It's something you could just move into straight away, and that's what I liked about it.
I could actually see myself living here. I actually think I could actually easily move in tomorrow.
This one is really top of the list.
Yeah, good potential.
We've definitely got this house noticed.
You know, when I first walked into this house, I felt absolutely nothing. It was so uninspiring, but now it's got wow factor.
Yeah, and you know, getting a local agent on the case has really made a difference. And I'm delighted Charlene's finally relented. She's going to put a for sale board up. People will actually know the house is on the market.
I don't think Sarah and Daniel are going to be sharing a room very much longer.
4 weeks later, and after months of no viewings, there have been 5 potential buyers through the house, and even the first offer.
Charlene and Granville turned that down, but I'm sure they'll soon get another and move on to their bigger family home.